So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Casillas, with 200 games under his belt now, the standout name from both lineups. Don't you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
Looking for the run. Adams makes the interception. Can he spark a counter here? Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Batistuta, and Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, this looks sharp. And now a sudden chance to counter. Adams. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nicely weighted ball. Look at the Burak Yilmaz! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Burak chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And it's Yilmaz. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Neves. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Can he get it through? Milan do have a chance to counter here. He can run onto that. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Cannavaro.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Camavinga. Rafinha picks it up out wide. He's got tall. Oh, it rattles the bar. And now the breakaway. That's good vision. Now that's well seen too. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he was quick to react. Hakimi. And it's Guardiola. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Driving through the middle. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's going for goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's not got that quite right. Szoboszlai. Guardiola. That is ended up in no man's land. Danger averted for now. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Serginho. And it's Yilmaz. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a cute ball. Oh, that was vital.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
The ball swung in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Serginho. Nice looking ball. Yilmaz looking to get on the end of this. Cristiano Ronaldo! Rafinha. Guardiola.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dink through. And they can counter here.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Serginho. No luck with that dink over the top. And this could be the final action of the first half. Cristiano Ronaldo! They want to be quick to recover this. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And the second half gets underway.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, well played. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And this is Messi. Picks a big chance! He has done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
It's a really well-measured ball. Messi, and it's Neves. Time and again they are repelled.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And here's the chance to counter. He's through here. He's in a great position here. Hangs one in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Looking for the run. Now it's Batistuta. Serginho. And here's Burak Yilmaz. Adams wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Belletti, nicely weighted ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Casillas punts it upfield. Looking for a runner. Chips it through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's got the beating of his... There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
And now they can spring out of defence. Belletti. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Not the most accurate pass. Guardiola is offering some sort of an apology there. Oh, he's been caught in a chance for a shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Milan have their third corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And they've got a throw. Guardiola. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And they've got rid. João Neves. And it's Yilmaz. Well timed, excellent interception. That is a brilliant interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now that looks a decent ball. Shot at goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Casillas. Adams gets across to intercept that. Park Ji-sung. Guardiola. Knocks it into space. Serginho. Guardiola. Now, can they get him away? And that is as far as it goes. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here.
This guy Roberto Carlos really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
It's not an especially good pass, that. The ball has bounced loose now. Ah, that's a fine interception. Yaya Toure. That's Thuram. And it's Vieira.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He'll try to charge, surely! Goal, Milan! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Isak plays it in. Can he finish? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's tried one! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Now it's Isak, and he welcomes it in. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
And this is Pullet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah.
He's had a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. Now, can they get it back? Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, that's delightful. He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot! It's in! And he is away! The launch of a brand new hero. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And that's going to be a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Yaya Toure. And it's Roberto Carlos. Quick look, then plays it in.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Yaya Toure. Pull it. Look at the space, and a chance! Goal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Milan really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Eintracht Frankfurt get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Vieira. Well, that has not gone well. Looking for the run, and he's in on goal! Has a shot! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, it's just a little long. Guardiola. Yaya Toure. Vieira. Messi. Now the real chance! And yes, it's there! Eintracht Frankfurt are back in business. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
We have ourselves a real game here. And Shevchenko! Well, it was a nice setup, but not so good beyond that.
Shevchenko really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
And the half-time whistle goes. Milan are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. Eintracht Frankfurt kick off the second half. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Foden. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Threads one in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Messi. No way through. Out to the left it goes. Pull it. Messi going full tilt down the right-hand side. He's found a way through. Shot at goal! Goes looking wide. And this is Roberto. Chance! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Eintracht Frankfurt get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pele looking to run onto it. Shapes to shoot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Eintracht Frankfurt have reclaimed it. Van Dijk is there and he can get that clear. Milan are looking to break at pace. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. Van Dijk. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Picked out brilliant. Shevchenko! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Van Dijk. Pele. Crunching tackle. Pullet was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's through here. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 4.
Milan making another change here.
Lasciano il campo per
It's Park Ji-sung.
il numero 17, il numero 13.
He's a sharp little ball here. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge, and he has shown him a yellow card. And that has left him in a heap. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
That's
recupero.
ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pele. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Milan are down to 10 men. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. So, what can they come up with here? Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So, another set play. Roberto Carlos, deep cross. And that is that. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Hazard. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lillian
Tries a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Haaland. Haaland! Messi. Ambitious ball here. Toure kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tries a deft little ball, and he was alert to it. Now who's going to be first to this? Toure did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's had a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Nicely weighted ball. Azar is wide and looking to get onto this.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's through, now is he in? Closing in on goal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gullit gets into a good position. Park Ji-sung. And Azar. Nicely shaped ball. And that's put paid to a promising move. Looking for the run. Oh, super find. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, the ball's gone astray. Conte. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Messi is behind this one. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Cristiano Ronaldo! And we have our very first corner. Milan are looking to go forward now. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's been shifted off it. Bale.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He's tried one! Now it's Azar. And it's Guardiola. Conte. Now it's Haaland. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Milan! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, what has happened here? He's picked his way through. Shot at goal! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Great vision. Pepe clears. Nicked it back promptly. Plays it in low.
That's good defensive concentration.
Not the most accurate pass. That's great control. He's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Park Ji-sung really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we've reached half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. And we are back on the way. Can he get it through? Pass is just off target.
Well, he was given the time and
Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Hazard. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's in space and looking for options. Cross goes in there. And that could well leave a mark. And he's there to get it away. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Defending was strong and firm. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Hazard. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he's had a hit! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Kante looking to penetrate opposition lines. Portugal needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's had it! He scores! Well, that pass isn't the best. Passes coming off in quick succession here. What a throw in. Oh, such a clever touch. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Mbappe! Nicely aimed pass. Upamecano wins the duel this time. No, it's come to nothing. Oh, good-looking ball. This looks promising, and he was quick to react. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Yaya Toure. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And here's Messi. Out towards the flank. He's got away. Delivers with whip. And he's there to clear it. Decent chance! He's got away with one there.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Well, they've got it again. Tries to play it through. Into the last quarter of an hour. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Bellingham, and the shot! He has done it! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Portugal get themselves back into contention. Well, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Really well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Looking for options for movement. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. They're taking a moment to consider their options.
Número 7, número 6, Xavi. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 25, número 3. Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Soboslai. And that was nowhere near his best.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he shoots! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Bale is there, and he can pick it up. That's a delicate pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Desperate defending required here. They've played it short. Chooses to go back. And again! It's a loose ball. Park Ji-sung. Camavinga with the foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Terrific save by Abbiati. Oh, it's come loose. It's a threatening ball. And time is up. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.